What's up, guys? ArtistVersion1 here, and welcome back to another edition of the Three-Way Dance Wrestling Podcast. And you can't have a three-way dance unless there's three of us. So joining me, as always, is My Heart Will Go On, Shubs, a.k.a. Shelby.
New Japan is an indie.
And joining me, as always, is He Was Born on Mexican Radio, Nick.
I'm on a Mexican radio. What's up, everybody?
That song is weirdly good. I don't know what it is about that song. It's really strange and good.
Yeah. Turn up your mic, Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. How's that?
All right. So we got a show for you here tonight. Of course, we're going to talk about AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling's offering of Forbidden Door Dos here tonight. And, me and Shelby are probably going to fight. So that's going to be good. I've already mentally prepared for that one. I don't think I have. Plus, we're going to play the games you know and love. It came from eBay. And the three-word dance. Plus, all the little side segments. What's up Nick's ass? His fact of the week. This time in history. Vintage pick of the week. All that. But before we get to that, we got to talk about some news. And there's not a lot of news. I couldn't find that much. So the first thing I want to talk about here, recently, Aubrey Edwards, AEW referee, who competed in her first match alongside Mark Briscoe, Papa Briscoe, against Jeff Jarrett's, stable. They're like one of the rare stables in fucking AEW that don't have a name.
I mean, they had one match, I guess.
What is their name? We know what they are.
Well, I know, but still, they usually have a name for everything. But this is the one stable that doesn't have a name. Anyway,
they should have just called it Planet Jarrett again.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But Aubrey Edwards decided that she is going to retire as a in-ring competitor, undefeated. Thoughts?
Who's gonna actually have a match, let alone, no, I retired. Like, fuck you, bitch. Not to mention, in that match, she dressed as a fucking referee. Like, are you serious? Like, at least have some fucking gear made, you fucking clown-looking tool. Like, fuck.
Clown-looking tool.
Oh. Wait a minute, Nick. Let's start over. Tell us how you really feel.
Fuck Aubrey Edwards.
Okay. I'm game.
She sounds like a lot of the people that we used to play the wrestling games with who quote-unquote retired.
Oh, fuck.
Every couple months. I'm retiring. What? You don't make any money at this. How do you retire from something you don't make money at? You gotta collect a pension?
That'd been sweet. We'd be living easy right now, man.
That's cool. Well, especially if it was off every promo we wrote.
Oh, shit. Oh,
even $1 a promo would be all right.
At least me and Nick would be living easy.
Maybe.
I don't know. That one fucking time, you and I battled 20 promos back and forth one night. It was fucking ridiculous.
Shubs and JTG.
Yeah. I think I finally just gave up.
Yeah. And I turned that into a promo. I was like, you're damn right, you quit.
Yeah. I had to go to bed.
And the other bit of news I have here, Vince McMahon, as we all know, retired sometime last year, and he just couldn't keep his fucking pudgy and grubby little fingers away from WWE, so he came back, and we just thought, oh, okay, he's just going to run the board, but he was just like, no, I'm going to take a look at these scripts, see what's going on. And he's like, I'm just going to change one little... I have a feeling where it was like Vince, like, hey, Paul, can I just change one thing? And
where, pal?
And Triple H is squinting his eyes at him like, what do you want to change? And he's like, well, you have this right here. Why don't we change it to this? And Hunter's just like, okay, all right, we'll change that. Then next week, and he's like, well, I kind of noticed two things here. And then last Friday, fucking Vince is just like, I don't like any of this shit.
You rewrote the whole show again?
Yeah, pretty much. Because apparently there was supposed to be a triple threat match between Butch, LA Knight, and Santos Escobar, and they cut that for LA Knight versus Rey Mysterio. They were supposed to do Bailey defending her spot in the Money in the Bank match against Shotzi for no reason whatsoever. But they cut that for no reason whatsoever as well. And this is all Vince's changes. So apparently people are frustrated, obviously, that Vince is getting his fucking greasy fingers all over the shows again. And there's a lot of concern here. So thoughts?
This is what's up my ass.
Okay.
This fucking sham of a fuck.
Well, you know what? Since we're running short,
read how.
wait. Since we're running, would you shut up? Hold on. Since we're running short on news this week, Nick, what's up your ass?
The fact that they're trying to find ways to prevent Vince from having his hand in creative. It's very simple. We discussed this on this podcast whenever it was. We discussed it. You write 2 scripts. The script that circulates through talent and creative and whatever, and the script that goes to Vince. He can make any changes he wants to it. Then when it comes time for air and he sees the on-air product, what's he gonna do? He can't very well just be like, "We're going off the air, pal." That's not the way that works.
Yeah, but that's only gonna.
He can't. He doesn't have the power to fire anybody. And if he's
but that's only going to work one time.
Yes, but it just is fucking.
Like here, Vince, here's the script. He's like, well, goddamn, pal, let's change this. How about that? And they're like, okay, Vince, you got it, buddy. Then the show goes on. Hey, did you make those changes? Like, sure did, Vince. Show goes on. He's like, this isn't the stuff I wrote. And he's like, I know, Vince.
Yeah, they just need to distract him with the egg.
They only get away with that one time because he's not going to fall for the dummy script again.
Are you sure, though? He's a senile old man.
Oh,
he doesn't understand. He's just fucking he looks like a fucking Rocky and Bullwinkle villain. I don't know what the fuck happened here. Or unless you just deliberately put out a shitty product so he gets fired, I don't know what else to do. Fuck.
They just need to bring out the Rock's egg again and distract him with that.
Or Triple H can have some balls and be like, fuck you.
Or, hear me out, we kill him.
There's an option.
Hey, I mean,
I don't know if it's a good one.
You could get one of them. Sorry to be this way, but we could get a submersible that's cheaply built and supposedly safe.
I don't think Vince is going down in a
Hey. Do not sink that low.
Wow. Good one.
And that's where you do. It's like, fuck. How many changes do you have to fucking make? What? Well, although it did benefit LA Knight this past Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, why were they going to do a triple threat match anyway?
For Money in the Bank momentum.
Huh? What?
Yeah.
Money in the Bank momentum.
So they get to climb the ladder first?
No.
What?
I'm just telling you what it was.
Yeah, that's my ass. How hard is it to fucking simply just supersede this guy?
I say we burn down his house.
I think that would be very difficult.
Connecticut to do that.
Yeah, first off, we got to get to Connecticut. Second off,
you two are closer to Connecticut than I am.
Like hell.
Second off, we got
money to do that. And
we got to
where his house is.
We got to light a multi-million-dollar mansion on fire. I don't think that's going to be too easy. Probably going to have to dodge some dogs. Probably some security guards.
Probably
maybe
a robot
even
Richard Simmons.
Okay, well, if there's dogs and security guards, bam, we have a 45. Boom, that's taken care of.
Now you're talking about murder. Arson's one thing. Murder's
okay, but it was an option earlier for McMahon to die.
Well, it was an option. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. Plus, you can't kill dogs on the internet, man. That shit doesn't fly.
Well, we're not going to broadcast it.
Well, no, but we told people our plan. That's basically the same thing nowadays.
Okay,
There's
fine.
Gonna be
okay, fine. We throw the dogs a steak. We distract them. We kill the security guards, though. No witnesses.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. No witnesses.
Yeah.
And
my ass. Benson, his greasy fucking hair and Diego mustache.
I love the look, man. He looks like such a villain
like
now.
a
It's fucking amazing.
idiot.
Can you imagine if he had that look when he actually was an on-screen character?
Oh my
I think it
God.
would have been brilliant. I wish he would have done it.
All right, so that was the news and what's up Nick's ass here. But not a lot of news floating around this week. Mainly just interviews of old people and shit like
What's
that.
up my ass?
And yeah, what's up your ass? Although, you know, I do
A
want
lot
to
of old people up his ass too.
technically not news, but I'm curious what your thoughts on it. Sergeant Slaughter revealed that he doesn't watch SmackDown just because Lacey Evans is on it. And because at first she was using the Cobra Clutch. Now she's wearing the hat. And I'm just like, dude, how uptight do you got to be? And I'm not just saying this from the Lacey Evans mark inside me, but like, I'm like, dude, like, really?
To be fair, Lacey Evans is an actual vet of the U.S. military, whereas Sergeant Slaughter isn't.
But he's like, I was on G.I. Joe.
Who fucking cares?
That's weird. I can't believe he actually said that. That's
yeah,
weird.
he did. Yeah, and like his daughter went off on Lacey Evans on Twitter too, and Lacey basically just said, you know what? When you have some kids who want to, you know, come fight me and everything, then we'll talk. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but
the fucking guy retired like 30 years ago. I'm pretty sure gimmick infringement isn't a thing anymore.
Relevant.
I guess.
Well, they wanted him to be her manager. And I guess he said no, and they went ahead with the gimmick anyway.
Well, fine. I mean, if he didn't want to do it, he didn't want to do it, right?
To be fair, it is WWE's intellectual property. They own the likeness to that shit.
But I was on G.I. Joe.
Who fucking cares?
But he was Sergeant Slaughter before he got to the WWF.
Yeah, I don't think he joined G.I. Joe till later, though.
Oh, G.I. Joe. Yeah, okay, fair.
All right, so that was the news this week. Now we're going to move on to our games we like to play here. It came from eBay, and the 3-word dance, and we start with It Came from eBay, where I list 3 wrestling-related items from eBay, and I'm going old school. I'm going to go back to like I'm going to my pages to where, you know, y'all used to have to guess the price of it.
Right.
Because I didn't look up any new stuff this week.
But we're still playing it the same way.
We're still playing it the same way. So
Yeah,
these are like old items that y'all probably heard before, and these are probably long gone from eBay. So these are probably the old prices. So yeah. Yeah. So your first 3.
Wrestling nerds.
What was that?
We're wrestling nerds. Come on, think about it. How many of us are there?
Turn up your mic a little more, please.
Yes.
Sorry, I was sitting far away.
Speak into it a little bit closer.
Yeah.
All right. So your first 3 are: is it a WWE CM Punk air freshener? Your car, you know, the little car air fresheners you hang from your rearview mirror. This is shaped like CM Punk, and it smells like broken UFC dreams. No, I don't know.
Smells like bite marks from your friend.
Yeah.
But it is a sealed CM Punk air freshener from the WWE. Or is it the Canadian Playboy from 2007 that features Maurice on the cover? Or is it the China Queen of the Ring porno movie poster? As some of us know, after China did her One Night in China movie with X-Pac, of all people, she was offered a 4 or 5 picture movie deal, which she took, and Queen of the Ring being one of those pictures. And this is a poster from the movie. So which one of these 3 were going for the price, or highest price on eBay?
Oh shit. The Maurice Playboy.
Closer to the mic, Nick.
The Maurice Playboy.
We did hear you, but I don't think it's the air freshener. I think I'm gonna go with the Playboy as well.
Points, both of you.
Yeah, okay.
because that Playboy was going for the price of $99.97. I'm sorry.
I've seen them pics too. That's what I'm saying. Miz is a lucky man.
Mm-hmm. All right, your next three. Is it a megaphone signed by the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart? Or is it a Hulk Hogan gear set? Now, I actually used to have one of these. It is actually it's like what they call a workout set. You get the Hulk Hogan T-shirt that says Hulk Rules. You get 2 armbands that say Hulk Rules, and you get a headband that says, well, Hulk Rules.
I think I remember this one.
Yeah. Or is it the 1990s Hulk Hogan sealed yo-yo?
I remember this one too.
Yeah, it's a sealed yo-yo and has Hulk Hogan on the side that says, I'll go up and down for you, brother. I mean, am I
Don't
wrong?
say that to everyone you meet.
What?
I'll go up and down for you, brother.
I mean, am I wrong?
No, you're
Which
not.
one of these three we're going for the highest price on eBay?
I'll go up and down for you, brother, dude.
You're saying the yo-yo then?
Yeah.
You know what? Just because it's signed, I'm gonna go with the megaphone.
You know, I don't pick a lot of signed items, but no points.
Oh damn!
You were actually looking for the gear set, going for the price of $375.
Well, I'll shift gears for you, brother. Let me tell you something, dude. We'll shift them gears and get you to where you need to go, brother.
All right, now your last three are actually going to come from the Ass Blaster section.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The blast from the past.
There you go, the old Ass Blaster.
I was a little bit late tonight because I was set to be earlier, and then I kind of had an Ass Blaster of my own, so to speak.
There you go.
You did not need to know that.
One of these items, I believe we actually just talked about recently, so this is the old price of it, essentially. So your first one being, is it the Hulk Hogan electric toothbrush? Still sealed in the package. Yep. Or is it a WrestleMania 11 foam football? WrestleMania 11, of course, the famed main event of LT versus Bam Bam Bigelow, so why not have a football with the WrestleMania 11 logo on it?
Fuck yeah.
Or is it the WWF Vintage Attitude Cologne from 1998? Which one of these three were going for the highest price on eBay?
WrestleMania 11 football.
The cologne.
Points. Nick.
Damn.
Yes.
Because that football was going for the price of $1,999.99. 99 cents.
I forgot these were ass blasters.
Yeah, there you go.
Because when you first started saying that, I was like, what? Jesus. That's still a lot.
And now we're going to move on to our other game we like to play, the 3-word dance, which started out as a game where we named 3 words that relate to a wrestler, but that went bye-bye a long time ago. Shows up every now and then, but yeah, your first 3 here are, let's see here. Okay, Heart, Diamond, Club.
AJ Styles?
No.
Heart, Diamond, Club. The Blackjacks?
No.
Blackjack Mulligan.
No.
Blackjack Bradshaw.
No.
Razor Ramon.
No. What?
The Elite.
The Elite?
Yeah.
No.
DDP.
No. Heart, Diamond, Club.
Heart. Natalia.
No.
Shayna Baszler.
Damn it.
Goddamn.
Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. Fuck.
That was good. All right. My first 3. Harley, Kawasaki, Triumph.
Undertaker.
Nope.
Chuck Palumbo.
Nope.
Well, it's from a motorcycle. Motor City Machine Guns?
Nope.
Fuck. Motor.
You're right about those all being different kinds of motorcycles, different brands of motorcycle to be exact.
No, but
Aces
this
and
is
eights.
where-
Nope.
I'm saying yes. Fuck. Hint.
Tattoos.
Oh, fuck. What's out of fucking motorcycle?
Disciples of Apocalypse?
Nope.
The McGuires.
Nope. Oh, good one though.
Michelle McCool?
Nope.
Fuck.
Huh?
Because she rode on a motorcycle with Chuck Palumbo.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they were a thing.
Son of a bitch. Eric Bischoff.
No.
Damn.
Garrett Bischoff.
No.
Mike Knox.
Nope.
D'Lo Brown.
Nope.
Mr. Anderson.
Nope.
Anderson.
No.
Devon.
No.
Fuck.
I've already said Aces and
Fuck.
Eights.
Kidding me. Yeah, but I mean, the blanket group doesn't mean shit when there's that many members. And you said Garrett Bischoff after that, so fuck you.
You know, when you
Fuck.
can learn to be a big boy and talking to the mic up close, then I'll listen to you.
I'm talking to the mic, fucker.
Yeah, this goddamn far away.
That doesn't sound that much different to me, so fuck you. I don't fucking know what you're fucking getting out of here.
Yeah, I got nothing.
All right. So Harley, Kawasaki, and Triumph are types of motorcycles.
Wait a
So
minute.
is
Wait. Before you say it. Magnum
Yeah.
TA.
no.
Okay.
Good
go.
guess. So is a Suzuki for Minoru
Oh,
Suzuki.
come on. Fucking asshole. Fuck it. Right? Fuck. Next three words: steps, activity, movement. Steps, activity, movement.
Dexter Loomis.
No,
Sam Shaw.
no. And before either of you guess Sam Adonis, no. It has nothing to do with the fucking initials.
Sammy Callahan.
No.
Sammy Guevara.
No, and no, it's not Sami Zayn.
El Generico.
No.
Is it Buff Bagwell?
No.
God damn, these are fucking vague.
Are they just vague though?
Yes.
No, they're all synonyms for something.
Yep.
Steps, activity, and movement. Steps, activity, movement are all synonyms for walk. Moonwalk, Ricky Starks.
No.
Fuck.
Jeff Jarrett.
No.
Ric Flair.
Same roster. No. Before you said Ric Flair, same roster.
Yeah.
currently, but no.
Jay Lethal.
No.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett.
No.
Oh, yeah, it just dawned to me when I said it. Hint.
Hint being NASCAR legend he shares this last name with.
Oh!
Okay.
Steps, activity, and movement are synonyms for work. And then you put that ahead of the next word, which is also the last name of a NASCAR legend.
Action and ready.
There you go, action and ready.
Holy shit.
It took too much work. There was too much fucking.
Steps, activity, and movement are all synonyms for action.
Who's the NASCAR legend?
Mario Andretti.
Mario.
Oh, okay. The only one I could think of is Dale Earnhardt.
I kept thinking. I was thinking too. I was like Earnhardt. Fucking.
Yeah.
The other guy. The guy with the mustache. I couldn't think
The
of
guy
his
who
name.
drives cars.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you watch curious? Did you watch that F1 doc they had on like Netflix or whatever?
no.
No. Okay, I thought that's why you came up with this randomly, but anyways.
No.
All right, your next three from me are gonna be. Let's go with. Okay, let's see if you get this one. Hot vest tomato.
Hot vest.
Nydia.
No,
Dean Ambrose.
no,
Jason Jordan.
no.
Hot vest. Tomato. Hot vest. Tomato.
Listen to how I'm saying tomato.
Taz.
Fuck!
What?
Hot because of the Aces and 8 angle where he's like, is it hot in here? And he revealed the Aces and 8 vest. And tomato, he'd always be like, oh man, that's a hot tomato right there, you know? Fuck! I didn't think that would give it away. Fuck.
I like that,
Wow.
and the other thing he used to always say was, "Don't call me Shirley," and I think that was mostly on one of the video games. But he had some great like isms, you know, like he said a lot of weird shit. All right, my next three: Wasp, Scorpion.
Sting.
Yeah, I thought that might go quick.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah,
Gee, fuck. Alright, next three words. 7. Big. Firm.
Fur.
fur,
Firm.
firm.
Big Bill.
Damn it. Yeah.
7 feet tall. Okay.
Your last three from me. Oh, fuck. Let's go with. All right. Emerald, opal, ruby.
Crown jewel.
No.
Anthony Green.
No.
Simon Diamond.
No.
The diamond mine.
No.
Robert Stone.
No.
Mae Young.
No.
Say those again.
Emerald, opal, ruby.
Hint.
Your hint being. It's also. Oh no! Wait. No. That wouldn't work.
It's a lot of words to write.
Shut up. This person's finishing move is also a song by Aerosmith.
Oh God.
Emerald, opal, ruby, and this person's finishing
Jake
move.
Cargill.
God damn it!
Nice.
Finishing moves: Jaded, Aerosmith by Jaded, Emerald, Opal, Ruby, All Jewels, Jade cards.
That was a weird guess too. I was running through Aerosmith songs in my head.
Has she been on Dynamite since she lost the belt?
Nope.
No, she's taking time off.
Okay, yeah, I thought I heard that.
Yeah.
All right, my last three: Precipitation, Sprinkle, Drizzle.
Blood Rain.
Nope.
Hurricane.
Nope.
Kazuchika Okada.
Correct. The Rainmaker.
Wow. My last three words: complete, total, utter.
What was the last one?
Utter.
Udder?
Yeah.
Like a cow's udder?
Well,
Or
I get
utter.
it, but
Udder. Yeah, okay.
T-E-R, yeah.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks.
Damn it! Fuck! Complete, total, and utter are synonyms for absolute. You motherfucker.
I felt like a
We
quick game of three-word dance.
I was about to say we didn't do any initial ones.
No. The initial ones are getting harder to come by, I think.
You know.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're getting harder to come by.
All right, so that
Sweet.
was 3-word dance, and it came from eBay. We are just zooming past tonight's show here. Yeah. Now we're going to move on to our review of Forbidden Door 2. But before we do that, we want to give a quick shout out to the great people over at MoviesRUSA.biz. And if you haven't heard about MoviesRUSA.biz, then stop skipping this part of the podcast or start listening to the podcast, because I'm starting to notice, like there's a question in the Q&A later that I forgot to mention at the top of the show that we're doing. But there's a question in the Q&A. I'm like, that just proves that people just do not listen to this show. But what MoviesRUSA.biz is, it is a great website where you can head on over and find those streaming TV shows or hard to find movies and TV shows that have either never been released on physical media or haven't been released on physical media in quite a long time. And he will slap them on Blu-ray or DVD by special request, movies only, not TV show, for a great, reasonable price. And if that price just isn't great or reasonable enough for you, you can use our checkout code, that being 3-way. The word or the number, doesn't matter which one you use, because either one is going to save you 50% on your purchase. And on top of all that, the old days of MoviesRUSA.net used to have to spend $50 to get free shipping. International listeners had to pay the exact shipping regardless. Not anymore. MoviesRUSA.biz now offers free first class shipping regardless of the amount you spend. Free first class international shipping, regardless of the amount you spend. And we know Canada's listening. They're our number one listening base. We know France is listening, Hungary, United Arab Emirates. We haven't had any new countries listening in a while. So, call your message your pen pals. Let them know, like, hey, I listened to this cool podcast. It's not Jim Cornette or anything like that, but hey, listen to them. They're good. Let them know we're on Amazon, Apple, Spotify. Anyway, we're not pimping ourselves out. We're pimping MoviesRUSA.biz. So head on over there where they have over 3,500 titles to choose from. Everything from wrestling, Broadway musicals, movies, television shows, those streaming shows. Don't want to spend $15 a month to get Netflix. Just want to check out the new show Exo Kitty, which was an amazing 10-episode show spun off from the movies To All the Boys I Loved Before. Don't want to pay the $15 a month just to watch that. Pay $15, get it on Blu-ray, yours to keep forever. Don't have to worry about Netflix purging that later, where most of these streaming services are like, hey, we made this show, but we're going to take it off. See, that's why you always want to have a backup on physical media, so you can have it. So head on over to MoviesRUSA.biz today. Use that checkout code 3-way. Save yourself 50% on your purchase, and let them know that the 3-way Dance Wrestling Podcast sent you. All right, so let's get into Forbidden Door here, which came from your neck of the woods, Toronto. Did I take it neither of y'all decided on going?
No.
No, I have a friend that went. and his only thing that he said to me was that he loved it. He thought it was great.
Really?
And I was like, well, we'll see. I was looking for him because he was, I know he was on the floor. I think he was like 10 rows back. I'm not sure if he was on hard cam side, but I didn't see him. So, yeah.
And they're kicking it off with the AEW World Title match. MJF taking on the Ace, Tanahashi. What's his first name?
Hiroshi Tanahashi.
And my first thing I wrote down was, why the fuck is this match kicking off the show?
Because MJF wanted to get out early.
What?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Because MJF wanted to get out early, fuck.
Oh.
He didn't want to get any on him. I love this fucking shirt, though. New Japan is an indie.
Yeah, but still, when you're the
Is he
AEW
wrong?
World Champion and shit, I think this should have been at least further in the show.
They should have had more of a fucking rivalry for him going into this. It just kind of felt like this was thrown in there.
And
Really, like, they should have had this as MJF versus Adam Cole. I know it's not a
Should have
fucking
been MJF
New Japan versus AEW.
Sonata.
No, I don't think you want two
Sonata
world
or-
champions.
Or Tetsuya Naito. And then you do
Yeah, I
fucking-
mean, if you build it, I guess, but
They had the two announcers tonight, Justin Roberts and the Japanese one, which I feel bad for the Japanese one because the announce team just kept cutting them off.
I love
But they're
Japanese
in
guy.
Canada.
It's fucking amazing.
But they're in Canada. How come there was no French announcer?
because they're in Toronto.
Who cares? That Japanese announcer was fucking dope. It was like, this guy's fucking hyped. Like,
And I like that,
Tanahashi,
the referee Bryce Remsburg.
Hiroshi.
The referee Bryce Remsburg for this match. I like that. You know, there's always that trope in wrestling matches where like the ref doesn't hear the crowd and shit. He was actually listening to the crowd in this. Like whenever MJF was grabbing the rope, the crowd's like, he's grabbing the rope, and he looks at the crowd like he's grabbing the rope, and then he goes over there and shit. You know, so I actually kind of like that little detail there.
I like how MJF had the rope and the ref starts counting.
Yeah,
And he gets to 4 and MJF's like, what are you going to do, dipshit? And the ref just fucking kicks his hand off. That's what I'm going to fucking do. Oh, fair enough.
Great flipping senton by Tanahashi. Nice rolling elbow into the shoulder breaker. I laughed at the fake punch into the eye poke by MJF. I thought that was
Yeah.
funny. Did anybody notice the elbow pad on MJF?
No.
Ace's ass. What it said. Oh yeah, here's something I don't get. Let me point this out. So the referee's distracted putting back the fucking AEW title and shit. Tanahashi rolls up MJF. The referee's distracted. Even though there's no count, why isn't MJF kicking out?
I think he
But then
knows
all of a
that there's
sudden-
no count and he's just getting a breather.
But then all of a sudden the referee starts counting and he kicks out at 2.
Yeah.
Why not kick out when you're I don't know. It's something.
It's a small thing, right? It's not like a
Sloppy
No, I get it.
fucking.
And that fucking ring. I'm tired of seeing that goddamn ring.
Oh, the fucking what is
Diamond
it called?
Dozen or whatever.
Yeah,
it
it was fucking yeah.
is.
yeah.
Overall, I thought this was a decent match. I just think it should have been later in the show. I mean, this is AEW's world title. You know, this isn't WWE that's been around for fucking 50 years. Where like you can get away with throwing a WWE world title match as the opening fucking match if you build the card correctly.
Yeah.
You know, this is a fucking, essentially a brand new company. They're not at the point where they can start their fucking shows with a world title match. You know? But with that being said, 3 stars.
2.5 for me, for the same reasons.
I
Thank
mean,
you
look
for
how
that
he's.
insightful review.
What's that?
I said thank you for that insightful review.
I'm sorry, I just didn't have anything else to say about it. I thought, okay, it was perfect for an opener because clearly we were going to get more from what was to come rather than this. Like, it didn't sell well on TV. They didn't really, MJF didn't want the match and storyline to begin with, so it's just good. Just kind of
I don't think he wanted the match personally either.
There you
but,
go. That's better, Nick. All right, go ahead.
But look at how he's been booked too. Like that four pillars match, that wasn't the main event, and it wasn't really a great.
It should have been, but it wasn't.
You could argue that, but it wasn't a great feud for him. I still fucking think that it should have been him and Darby and the main event. That would have been fucking amazing. But anyways, we're at Forbidden Door. This was a foregone conclusion who was winning this match. There's no way MJF was dropping the belt here. But I mean, I love MJF. His typical heel shit I like the match. I gave it a 4 out of 5. It might have been a little bit high, but I just loved seeing MJF.
Good.
Next, we're about to get real fucking. Oh yeah, this.
Next up, we have CM Punk taking on Kojima.
Satoshi Kojima.
Thank you. They turned on Punk before he even came out. And did Punk kick everybody's dog in the arena before he came out? And
no,
what the
Larry
fuck did
just bit them all.
And what the fuck did Punk do to Canada? Like
they're all. It just shows you that these are all Young Buck fans.
But basically. Like 2 weeks ago, I was like, yeah, fucking Punk's back. And then here in Canada, they're like, fuck him in the ass.
It's going to be interesting going forward, seeing how different cities react. Obviously, Chicago is going to be very into Punk, right? Mm-hmm. If they do go to Cucamonga, which I don't know if they've ever been to Cucamonga, but they'll probably be very against. I would suspect a lot of California in general would
Winnipeg and see what happens.
Winnipeg would be interesting as well. It'll be interesting to see, especially now these back, how the fans react to CM Punk and how they react to the Elite. It's going to be interesting.
Punk doing the Hogan leg drop, I thought was kind of weird and funny.
I thought that was funny more than anything.
Yeah, that was that was fucking brilliant.
And everything with the hands and and then.
He was hamming it up for that.
Oh no, when he did the elbows in the corner, Kojima!
Yeah.
Kojima!
Yeah.
Kojima!
I think he started saying lariat and then turned it to Kojima.
Like Kojima was on the top rope, and I think Kevin Kelly was just like, Kojima, he has a heavy elbow, and then he dropped that elbow right on his dick, and I was like, yeah, that was a heavy elbow.
Yeah, no shit.
Kojima hit a nice cutter. It was a beautiful looking cutter. I like the finish. Same as the first match. 3 stars.
3 stars for this one from me. Simply, what the reason is though is because there was something with Kojima's selling that I just didn't like.
And also those machine gun shots.
Match, I was just like, there's something about the way this guy is selling I'm not sure I'd like here. I mean, I've had my shit to say with Punk, but like this was like he did what he needed to do and what he's known for, and then showed respect to Kojima after the match with the handshake and shit. So yeah, 3 stars here.
Fucking beautiful. I fucking loved every second of this. It was just so great. He was hamming it up to the Toronto fans that were booing the shit out of him. Oh my god, this is great. I am looking forward to everything he does. And the CMFTR shirt was really cool too.
I did like that shit.
Yeah. I gave it a 4 out of 5 as well.
Next up, we have a fatal 4-way match for the International Championship. Orange Cassidy taking on Daniel Garcia, Zack Sabre Jr., and Shibata.
Katsuyori Shibata.
Thank you. And when did Daniel Garcia become Das Wonder Kid? Did I miss that?
Fucking know, but I fucking don't like it because that dance is fucking goofy and fuck him.
Yeah, he's fucking weird.
Zack Sabre Jr.'s title just looks like something somebody tried to make in 2K and just said fuck it and gave up.
It kind of looks like an actual television, which I kind of liked.
Maybe that's what they were going for. I didn't get it. Just looked like.
I think so.
Like I said, it looked like somebody made it in 2K and just said fuck it and gave up.
How old is that title? Because that wasn't always around.
It's rather new, because he's the inaugural champion of whatever.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. I did like the. I think it was Orange Cassidy. Like he went for a kick and they kept passing his foot around. I thought that was cool. Shibata and Zack Sabre Jr. kept going at it with each other, and Daniel Garcia's trying to get involved, and they kept pushing him away. Then finally he started doing the fucking Wonder Kid dance again. and then they just beat the shit out of him for it. I
Zack
thought that was
Sabre Jr. is the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Television Champion.
World Television. That's what it is. But I thought them beating the shit out of Garcia for dancing was hysterical. I wrote down now this.
Fuck Garcia.
I wrote down now this is Suplex City because they all just kept giving each other vertical suplexes. Oh yeah, and why does Orange Cassidy take off a fucking elbow pad to do an orange punch?
This is fucking dumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, the gimmick has expired for me at this point.
No, it's still good. I still like it, but it just didn't. It just didn't make any fucking sense. So like, why he keeps taking off an elbow pad to do a punch? You know, that'd be like if I were taking off a fucking knee pad to do an elbow drop.
Because he's a dummy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think up until this point, I think they were doing a good job of like not disappearing for moments at a time. And then there was once Orange Cassidy and I think it was Shibata sat down in the middle of the ring and started slapping each other. I just wrote down, well, Shelby's pissed. Nice reversals by Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. Great save by Garcia on the ZSJ. Good finish. I really enjoyed this. 4.5 stars.
Zack Sabre Jr. made this match for me. And I feel bad that he had to put up with a lot of bullshit within, like Garcia's dancing and Orange Cassidy's other horse shit. So only 3 stars for this one. Fuck.
Man.
I thought this was your 7-star match.
Really?
Oh, hell
I
no.
did, because I kind of forgot about a match later on that I'm pretty sure is your 7-star match. And it was funny because it was like the next match I had to watch too. But anyways, back to this one. I started watching it. I looked down at my phone, and then I looked up, and it was over, and I was happy. 0 out of 5.
But you didn't even watch it.
I saw parts of it, and that was enough for me.
You know what? That's fair.
That's why it didn't get a negative rating, because I didn't watch it.
Oh my god.
The booking of these 4 in this match was actually fucking atrocious because they could have done so much more.
There are 3 champions in this match. Why do any of them want any of these other titles?
There were so many other options than putting the 4 of these guys together.
No. Oh my god.
Many other options. This is supposed to be a dream match card, and only 2 of the matches were dream matches, one of which we've seen before.
Yeah.
The rest was just, we have to book versus cards. AEW versus New Japan, so we're going to throw the fucking dart at the dartboard and see what fucking happens.
Yeah. All right, give me 4 darts. Okay, Orange Cassidy.
How we got Jungle
Zack
Boy
Sabre
versus
Jr.
Sonata.
Yeah. No, I don't think you gave Shelby. I don't think you gave this match the proper.
I gave this match the proper time.
No,
I gave it 3 seconds. That was good enough.
No.
Yeah.
Next up though is Sonata defending the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship against Jungle Boy. I love that they gave Red Shoes his props. Everybody started chanting this. Yeah. Everybody started chanting Red Shoes, and like he's looking around like what? And like even Jungle Boy and Sonata like pointed to him like yeah, and then he took a bow and everything. I thought that was a really cool moment there. A good double leapfrog and drop kick by Sonata. They made a big deal about this fucking Paradise Lock shit. About folding the legs and arms and shit like that. And you're telling me Jack Perry couldn't get out of that? He laid there for an ungodly amount of time stuck in this position. Beautiful TK. Oh my god, probably one of the best TKOs I've ever seen since Mark Marrow. I was really getting into this. Like I was like, man, they were going at it, man, hitting the poison ranas and all. Man, I was getting into it and everything. Then the finish happened, and it seemed really odd. Like, Sonata hit a moonsault, and Red Shoes count 1, 2, 3, and I was like, what the fuck happened? Like, it just seemed like everything just came to a halt. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, man, this is going to be a 5-star match, because I was really getting into it, but because that finish just seemed so weird, I downgraded it to a 4.
I only gave this a 2.5. I was bored throughout most of it.
What?
I just didn't. The two didn't work well together.
Oh my
And
god!
at no point did I buy fucking Jungle Boy winning the IWGP Heavyweight title.
Well, I mean, yeah, but still, it was still.
And
a great
I knew it was coming, that he was gonna turn on Hook. So I'm like, oh great, like I'm just gonna sit here and watch this shit. And it just turned out to be shit. Like, yeah, no, 2.5. I just was not sold. I wasn't sold on this when it was announced, let alone watching it. I just couldn't do it. If I watched it again, I'd probably fucking feel differently, like in terms of lower match rating. So that's why I won't watch it again.
No, this was great. Shelby.
Fucking boring. Oh my god. Oh. Stand here and let me slap you. Those are the only two things I wrote for this whole fucking match. Finish was fucking stupid. Jungle Boy turning is interesting. I like to see something more with that, because he's just not doing it for me as a fucking babyface. He has no, like, he has no emotion to him. He's fucking boring. He's really fucking boring. 0 out of 5.
Oh my, oh, you two are killing me. I thought it was just gonna be Shelby, but you both are killing me here.
Sorry, man.
No, you say that, but you don't mean it.
Well,
I'm not gonna say it because I don't mean it.
Yeah, I know. Like, I will give you that the finish was weird, because like they were going at in my opinion, they were going at a good pace, and all of a sudden Sonata hits the moonsault and it's over.
They didn't have the chemistry that you would expect. Like, I mean, the way that Jungle Boy has been built up as a pillar of AEW, and Sonata's rise from the shits, and it's just like you put the two of them together, and it's just a middle of the road fucking guaranteed win for Sonata. And I wasn't on board when they announced it. I was not on board with the fact that they went ahead with it. I knew Sonata was gonna win, and I kind of figured fucking Jungle Boy would turn.
But it's not about the destination. It's about the journey.
You keep.
It wasn't a good journey.
Downgraded even more.
All right, whatever. Next up, we have a 10-man tag. The Hung Bucks, Eddie Kingston, and Tomohiro Ishii. Hey, I got one. Taking on.
Like a potato.
He looks like a potato.
Taking on the Blackpool Combat Club, Umio, and Takeshita.
Shota Umino and Kanosuke Takeshita.
Thank you. And why is Takeshita or Takeshita, whatever, why is he in this match if his beef is with Omega?
Good question.
Very good question.
But it was a fun double down by Ishii and Takeshita. I'm surprised Moxley wasn't bleeding at this point.
Did he bleed at all?
I don't think he did.
That's what I was thinking, because I was watching the main event and I'm like, wait a minute, Moxley didn't bleed.
Yeah.
That in itself is surprising.
Yeah. Great dive by the Bucks. Well, Ishii is dead after that forearm, because that fucking one forearm that Takeshita hit him with, man, like, fuck. His soul left it.
Tell me that man doesn't look like a potato.
Okay, there, Jim Cornette.
Throw him in the oven for an hour, and then slather some sour cream and green onions on that bitch. Hell yeah.
I guess Umio didn't get the memo on the dress code. Everybody's wearing black except for him wearing his little bright purple and pink tights there. Amazing spinning elbow by Paige. I think it was Takeshita. Takeshita was like the fucking MVP of this match. He went for a diving forearm, but then Paige hit him with a spinning elbow out of nowhere. God, it looked fucking incredible. Impressive shooting star by Adam Page. I didn't even know he could do that. Did a nice double German by Takeshita. This match, I gave maybe 2 fucks going into, whatever. I'm just gonna watch it. I ended up really enjoying this more than I thought I was going to. I actually gave this 5 stars.
I give this one 4 stars. I had a lot of fun with this, but it was much to my chagrin that I had a lot of fun with this because the booking of the team was kind of fucked. The Moxley and Kingston stuff, and I love Eddie Kingston, but I was just like, this seems out of place right now. I don't know. 4 stars. I was surprised by it. I was surprised by how entertained I was. I was surprised that the potato got the pin. So yeah.
What do you think, Shelby?
I wrote one note for this whole thing.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, fuck no. And then I skipped to the finish. 0 out of 5.
Oh, my God.
I'm not watching a 10-man tag. Fuck that.
Why?
Does it even count if you don't watch it?
Yep.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You didn't even give it a chance.
I wasn't gonna. Put some thought into it and come back to me. Give me something I actually want to watch. I don't want to watch a 10-man tag with the fucking Blackpool combat going.
It's not about wanting to watch it when it comes to the podcast. It's
Hey
about
man, I don't get paid for this
watching
shit.
it for the viewers.
I don't get paid for this shit.
It's not about the
Listen
destination.
to
It's about the
you.
journey.
It was a shit journey, and I knew it was going to be a
You didn't even
shit
take the journey.
journey. I didn't need
You
to.
didn't even bother. No, that doesn't count
You
though.
skipped right to the destination.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that if Indiana Jones had given a fuck about the fucking, if he had stopped the journey, that he would have got to the destination? No. Luke
That's Indiana
Skywalker,
Jones's problem. He should have just
Wouldn't
went
have
straight to the
fucking happened.
destination. He should have skipped the
John
journey.
Cena, if he had just given up on beating The Rock, he wouldn't have. Like, fuck off. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck.
No, I'm not kidding you.
All right. Anyway, next up, Toni Storm defending the AEW Women's Championship against the IWGP Women's Strong, whatever. Willow Nightingale. Finally, some names I can fucking
Juice
say.
Robinson is a lucky man.
Is he?
He's with Toni Storm.
Oh, I thought you were saying he was with Nightingale. I was like, is he?
No, he's with Toni Storm, man.
Oh.
You know, Willow Nightingale is somebody to me like Braun Breaker, where people are like, "Oh my God, she's the next thing," and I'm just like, I don't see it.
She's okay.
No, I don't see it. She's all right.
You know? Like Nightingale was in the ropes at one point, and Toni Storm hit the quote unquote hip attack, and I think it was Excalibur who said like hip attack on target. No, she missed her about by 9 feet. But the Death Valley driver on the apron was whoo. That was good. I didn't see Willow Nightingale going for a moonsault. I was like, wow, okay. That was unexpected.
Okay.
Yeah, but overall, I didn't really feel it with these two. Toni Storm's fine. Willow Nightingale, like I said, I don't really see it. Like I said, she's like a Braun Breaker to me. People are like, oh my God, she's going to be a big star. And I'm like, I don't see that. You know, like I said, Braun Breaker, great U.S. Intercontinental guy, not the guy. I don't know. I just didn't feel it with these two. 2 stars.
Well, part of what bugged me about this match is that it wasn't a true Forbidden Door matchup. Willow Nightingale is under AEW/ROH contract. And the only reason why she won that belt to begin with was because Mercedes Moné got hurt and had to call an audible. Else it would have been Mercedes' belt. And it didn't click between these two. Like,
No.
Regardless of the matches they've had on Dynamite or tag team matches or whatever it is, it just didn't click. It was just like, this is a cool down match between a 10-man tag, and the next match we're going to get 2.5 stars, and that's generous at this point.
Why do I have a feeling Shelby gave this 4 stars?
No. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was pretty far from the worst thing that I saw. Especially that fucking Jungle Boy match. I was probably a little generous with this as well. I gave it a 3.
Okay. All right, coming up next, the match everybody was talking about from the show, Kenny Omega defending the IWGP United States Championship against Will Ospreay. Now check this out. A British guy, a Canadian, fighting in Canada for a U.S. title. Yeah, let that one sink in for a second.
Yeah, I never thought of that. I kept forgetting that
US
fucking Omega was Canadian.
Is part of a Japanese country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Japanese
Add that to it too. I did love the early chain of reversals they kept doing. Like Kenny would go for the one-winged angel, Ospreay got out of it, he went for the Os cutter, Kenny blocked it, and they were doing like some rudimentary reversals and shit. That was pretty cool. Tony's delivery, Tony Schiavone, who hopped on commentary, Don Callis like tried to trip up Kenny Omega, and like Tony Schiavone was like, "Run that son of a bitch out of here!" I just like the way he said that. Ospreay did a backflip and then hit an enziguri on Kenny Omega, which was just outstanding. Excellent shooting star press and Os cutter by Ospreay there. Ospreay licking the blood, and then everybody chanting, "You sick fuck, you sick fuck." He just looked at everybody and said, "Yep." That was fucking great. Oh yeah, check this out. So Ospreay steals a flag, a Canadian flag, from a fan in the front row. You know, wipes his ass with it, does all that, you know. Kenny Omega comes back, beats up Ospreay with it, hangs him with the fucking flag and shit. Then he gives the flag back to a different kid in the front row.
Yeah, I don't think he knew who fucking Ospreay took.
I know, but still, you know that guy's like, "That's my flag.
That's my flag, asshole."
You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and like if this was a WWE match or like in a perfect world. Now listen, I like this match before I give you all my rating, but I'm saying like in a perfect world, the DDT on the stairs, shit's done.
Yeah.
You know, shit was done right there.
Yeah.
You know, I like the shit that comes after it, but like in a perfect world, shit was done right there. Great back and forth Germans. I laughed at the "you sick fuck" at the crossface. I thought that was funny. Great reversal to the Os cutter. Awesome twist to the floor by Ospreay. After that, I just stopped writing notes because I was just enjoying it too much. The fucking Tiger Driver dropping Kenny right on his head. I fucking winced. I was like, holy fuck. And then he still kicked out. I was like, fucking Christ, dude. Just shoot him. You know? Fucking amazing ending. First time ever. I'm giving the match 7 stars.
Best Kenny Omega match I've ever watched. Most I was sold on any of his wrestling ability, any of his storytelling, any of his overall demeanor. Will Ospreay is a fucking star. Give that man his flowers because holy fuck, he made this match. I can't quite go to 7. The reason being is because I couldn't deal with the amount of blood and the fact that Don Callis showed back up to ringside after he was ejected and nothing was done about it.
Yeah.
But I still give this 6.5. This was fucking incredible. Like, how fucking do you follow this shit? I don't know.
What did you think, Shelby?
I loved the first half of this match.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that.
I thought it was a struggle. I thought it actually resembled a wrestling match, which I was kind of surprised. I think people think I hate Kenny Omega. I don't hate Kenny Omega. I just think that a lot of the times he does a lot more than he really needs to. And a lot of the times it doesn't look realistic or good. But then they did the stair spot and it started to get on and on and on and on. And it went on a little too fucking long, in my opinion. This match was like fucking 39 minutes long. That's fucking ridiculous. Callis coming back out, the ref should have really done something. I mean, you just like, yeah, you shouldn't be out here, but I guess I can't do anything. Well, your refs are feckless then. Like, I don't know what the fuck your problem is. And Callis passes him the fucking screwdriver. They had a perfect finish. Fucking Ospreay hits him with the screwdriver, does whatever, goes for the pin. That should have been it. That's all you needed. You didn't need to do a bunch of fucking moves afterwards that meant nothing because now you're making your finisher look stupid and pointless. Both But because I did enjoy the first half of the match, and there were other moments too. The other thing I didn't like was it's a little see-through to me. There was a point in the match where I'm pretty sure Ospreay did like a fucking shooting star press onto Kenny's back when he was like on the ropes or something.
Yep.
So they go to their next spot without looking at each other. They both just roll outside the ring to get ready for their next spot. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. Now you're just showing me that you're putting on a show. But there was a lot of good in this match. I think I'm being a little generous. I gave it a 3.
Wow.
Wow.
That's actually about like fucking 4 higher than I thought you were gonna give this.
Yeah,
it's funny. I actually hadn't watched this match when I was talking to you guys. I hadn't watched this one yet. And then after we were talking about it, I was like, oh, this is probably the match they're saying they gave fucking 7 stars to. So.
And also, I forgot to mention this. Like, they were doing this match under IWGP rules, so like 20 count on the floor, all that shit. If this was an IWGP rules match, why the fuck was there an AEW ref?
Good question.
You know? Okay. Next up, we have Lezuki Gods. Sammy Guevara, Y2 or Chris Jericho, and Minoru Suzuki taking on Naito.
Jericho and his app.
You what?
Jericho and his app.
Yeah. Naito, Sting, and Darby Allin, and Suzuki comes out. Why the fuck was he acting like a babyface?
That's just his thing. He's an old man.
Suzuki.
You know, he comes out and he's just like trying to pump the crowd up and shit like that. I'm like, you realize you're the fucking heel in this match, right?
But think about this. The crowd's
Think about this. Get closer to the mic.
Jericho's music. They still sing along with Jericho's music, even though Jericho is clearly a heel. They don't give a fuck.
And he fucking loves it too.
But Jericho doesn't play into it though. Suzuki
does though. He does.
No, he
if
doesn't.
He really
he
was
just,
a heel.
Yes,
no.
If he was a real heel, then he'd be fucking. He'd be telling them to shut off his music or like fucking shitting on the
Kurt
fans
Angle
for singing
when
it.
They did that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying when Jericho goes out there and they sing to his music, he's not like singing along with them. He just looks at them and waves his little bat and shit.
Smiling.
Whereas Suzuki was like raising his hands, like, "Come on, get pumped and shit." Like, dude,
to be fair, it's Minoru Suzuki. The poor bastard only gets to work in these countries like a couple years. It just fuck.
I really don't see a difference between the way that they fucking both react to people cheering.
Yeah, no, think about
whatever. Your fucking opinion is wrong. Anyway.
Yeah, so is yours.
No, it didn't. No.
Yeah.
Nice back. No. Nice back foot. No. Nice back foot. No. Nice back. Stop it!
No.
Nice backflip leapfrog by Sammy. LOL at the Naito fake out and dive pose. I thought that was funny.
No.
Shut up. This is a rare time where Aubrey doesn't look like a whore and actually looks good.
Are you sure about that?
I thought so.
I think I heard her say nay.
I thought I heard her say moo. I'm sick of this bitch.
I will say sometimes in her matches, I will say she lays on the makeup a little thick. But this one,
probably thicker than she probably needs to.
Yeah, exactly. And this one, I thought she was because I will say Aubrey Edwards has like incredible hair, in my opinion. I really like her hair. You know, so like the hair was working for tonight.
No matter, don't get me wrong. I would like to pull it in certain acts of what some like call indecency, but that doesn't mean that I fucking can agree with slathering on the makeup to look like a fucking $2 hooter from the fucking county fair.
Well, yeah.
Stuart.
And I'm just saying, she's had these moments. I've said them. She's had them. I'm just saying, in my opinion, you may think differently than I, but tonight, or on this night, I should say, I thought it was a rare time where I don't think she laid it on too thick. I thought she was looking kind of good tonight. The cutter out of the Deathlock would have been cool had Sting not fucked it up. The Judas effect onto a diving Darby would have been was cool. I thought this was a decent 6-man. 3.25 star.
At points, I was bored. I couldn't help but comment on the fact that fucking Aubrey still like slathers on the makeup. It's like you're a referee. And I'm sure you're fucking gorgeous without all this fucking makeup and shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Stand out. Take all the fucking glam shit off and fucking actually look like a woman and not like fucking, ooh, I'm on TV. And like actually make it look like a woman should be refereeing professional wrestling. Otherwise, I was kind of bored. In fact, I fell asleep a couple times during this. I like that it was Joker
It
Sting.
wasn't very long, Jesus.
I do like that it was Joker Sting. But yeah, well, I mean, think about it. I don't do a lot on a daily basis, man. I do household.
I know, but this match was like 10 minutes long. You fell asleep a couple times?
I fell asleep a couple times, actually twice it was.
Okay.
And I didn't have bad sleep last night, but that's what I'm saying. 2.5 for this one, just simply meh, in the middle. Like, it was there. Could have been better. I guess it could have been worse. But for fuck's sakes, man.
What did you think, Shelby?
I had 3 notes for this match.
Oh, here we go.
The first one was, remember when Sammy turned babyface by announcing he and Taya were having a baby?
Yeah.
The second was, so Darby and Sammy go from wrestling for the world title last month to being led to the ring by their daddies this month. And the third, this does remind me of Jericho yelling Naito at Wrestle Kingdom. LOL. This match was a mess. 0 out of 5.
Really?
Yeah, I fucking, you know.
To be fair, though, wait, before you settle on that fucking 0, this is not as, I like the bonkersness of some of the trios matches they do. This was not as bonkers as some of the trios matches that usually happen.
I don't know. There was a lot of, like, guys just randomly running in the ring and doing shit to each other while the ref's just standing there doing nothing about it. I mean, there wasn't as many weapons, I guess, but Sting went through a fucking table, which I don't think he was supposed to go through at all. It's just, and like, so you're telling me Darby and Sammy are 2 of your 3 pillars, and they're not even like getting their own entrances for this match. They're getting entrances by the old guys. So AEW is supposed to be a company that cares about the young talent. And 2 of the guys that they're supposedly pushing are being fucking seconded. They're second to the fucking old guys that wrestled 20 or 30 years ago. I don't get it. I really don't. And Sammy needs to get the hell away from fucking Chris Jericho to be anything at this point. And I'm starting to think Darby needs to kick fucking Sting to the side too. Like, Darby could be so much more. He should have had a fucking one-on-one match of some type. I don't like all of his shit. I don't like the coffin drop, and I think he's going to kill himself on some of these dives. But his shit looks legit. It looks like it fucking hurt. And I'm not a big fan of the character either, but fuck, he looks legitimate. And he keeps having these fucking useless tag matches where he's not even really featured, and not heavily featured either. So I think that's a lot of my problem with it, especially when it comes to Darby and Sammy, for that matter. But
so 1 star then?
0.
Yeah. All right, and in the main event, the Rainmaker, Okada, taking on the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Now, you know what? When
It's
Danielson,
the final countdown.
And that's funny because that's my first note. Because when Danielson first came to fucking AEW, that was one of the top questions. Is he gonna have fucking Final Countdown? Is he gonna have Final Countdown? Oh fuck! Is he gonna have Final Countdown by Europe? Is he gonna have Fuck! He's gotta have Final Countdown by Europe. God, he's gotta have Final Countdown. So then we hear that. I was like, oh okay. So all right. We're finally gonna see. And he just walks out to Final Countdown, comes down, he leans down at the stairs, and he walks in the ring. I'm like, what the fuck was so special about that?
Yeah.
Because they put the arms up on the turnbuckle, and everybody was like, it's the final countdown.
Well, okay.
He did it before.
So what's he counting down to?
Yeah.
But that's not the point.
Well,
yeah, that should be the point.
Look at the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. That fucking
Oh,
carry
God.
on my way.
Carry away with
Yeah, but like they do like a
I
little
fucking love
pose. They do a pose. Fucking Pyro shows up. And
Jungle Boy with fucking Tarzan Boy. I get it. I get
yeah,
what you're saying.
and this
man.
Brian Danielson just walks out the final countdown, raises
It's
his
the
hand.
final
Woo! Like,
countdown.
I don't know. I didn't see. I was like, oh wow, he finally gets to use this, and like I just didn't see anything special about it.
I honestly thought Flight of the Bumblebee or whatever the fuck he used in WWE was better.
Ride of the Valkyrie. Flight of the Valkyries.
Valkyrie, okay, yeah.
And the only other note I have about this match was who the fuck told Brian Danielson that was a good hairstyle.
Yeah.
These two, I like Okada. Okada was like one of my gateways into Japanese wrestling, him and Omega.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, this is that some of that armbar, quote unquote, armbar wrestling. You know, there's some guys that I like watching it with, and some guys I don't. This match was just straight up armbar wrestling. So I'm pretty sure, this is the match Shelby gave like 15 stars to. Whereas me, I just wasn't there for it. I was not here for it. But because the athletes are good, that's why I have to go right in the middle at 2.5.
I'm going to give this 4.
Yeah.
It could have been better. Knowing that Danielson broke his forearm, like, complete off the bone, like the bone completely into, like, midway through the match, that kind of sold it for me. If I hadn't have known that, I probably would have put it right in the middle at 2.5. It wasn't what they billed as the dream match. It wasn't what they made to feel like was the main event. If anything, Ospreay and Omega should have been the main event over this. This just didn't hit the way it should have.
Guys, if you're sorry, the questions are. What did you think, Joe? Were you waiting for your cue?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, sorry. I didn't think this one was going to be
your thing now.
I only say that when, like, I'm pretty sure you're going to fucking hate it. This one I know you're going to love. This one you probably gave like 19 stars to.
I don't know. Doing the thing where they just stand there and let each other hit each other. Spend a lot of time on the outside. Why does Danielson always say kick his fucking head in and then stomp the guy's shoulder? Shouldn't he say stomp his shoulder in or something? Danielson no selling a drop kick. And he gets clotheslined, and for some reason he decides to fall forward. I don't understand that. If you were hit by something in front of you, would you not fall backwards? I don't know. It was okay. Very modern style. Spent a lot of time on the outside. No selling. Not what I had hoped. 2 out of 5.
Oh, wow. I actually rated this higher than you?
Yeah,
I figured this was going to be right up your alley because it was just mainly holds and fucking arm bars and all this shit. And don't get me wrong, I took Danielson's fucking injury into account. I took it into that, but it's still just, I don't know, it still just did not work for me. This is just too much, quote unquote arm bar.
And I like that shit, but it's like
exactly.
It's
that's why I was just like, this is his match of the
yeah, it's the other stuff that like, why are you just standing there letting the guy hit you? That's not a way to
show
win a
how
match.
Tough you are.
Yeah, okay. Why don't you just fucking focus on winning a match instead of showing how fucking tough you are? Everybody fucking does it, especially in AEW more than anywhere. It was earlier on in the night. It was almost every match except for like Punk
and Cassidy did it. That's when I wrote down, well, Shelby's pissed. And you didn't even see it because you fast forwarded.
Well, and fucking Jungle Boy and Sonata, they did it too.
Oh, did they do it too? Okay.
Yeah, they were doing it with slaps, I think. But yeah, it's one of those things that like you might as well just put out a bingo card and like put all these things on an AEW bingo card and like you'll get bingo, no problem. But it wasn't as good as I love Okada and I mean Danielson too, right? But just wasn't, and maybe it was the injury, but there was just a lot of that stupid shit that just doesn't make sense. Ugh.
Wow. All right, so on a scale of 1 to 10, what do we give AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling's Forbidden Door dos?
7.
I went a little low on this, maybe, but I gave it a 5.
I had to give it an 8. I really enjoyed it, except for the main event and Tony Storm and Willow Nightingale. I was pleasantly surprised with the 10-man tag, and of course Ospreay and fucking Omega, just fucking insane. And yeah, I think kicking it off with the world title match was a bad move. I think you could have reshuffled the card there a little bit. Other than that, I thought this was, I like this one better than last year's show, I think. I'd have to go back.
I like this one better.
Here's the thing though. No FTR, no Ricky Starks, no Miro. Like, there's so many names that weren't fucking on here.
But think about what you're saying though, especially when it comes to Ricky Starks and Miro. They haven't been relevant on the TV programs for how long?
What do you mean?
Collision just started 2 weeks ago.
Starks has been on TV for how fucking long now?
But how relevant is he?
He should be very relevant.
Starks. What about Jay White? What about Juice Robinson?
Okay, there you go. The fucking guns.
Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs. Wardlow. Exactly. There's just so many names that like should have been on here and weren't. And FTR, I think, is the top of that list to me. They didn't have a standard tag match. Like, I don't know.
I don't think they needed to, though, to be honest. Because
I think it should have replaced something.
There aren't the tag teams in AEW or in New Japan that you would want to go against FTR on a pay-per-view as a dream match scenario. And
well,
I don't care if Tanahashi and MJF and Jungle Boy and Sonata aren't dream match scenarios. It's still the case of who the fuck do you put FTR against? There's nobody there that you don't already have booked in something else.
I don't know. I just
isn't what is it? Aussie Open? Aren't they the IWGP Tag Team Champion?
Here's the thing, though. Aussie Open is under AEW contract.
Yeah, but aren't they the IWGP Tag Team Champions?
Doesn't matter. One of them's hurt.
Sure it does. Oh, one of them's
one
hurt.
of them's hurt. The other one was a match on the pre-show with Jeff Cobb and fucking TJ Perkins, Kyle Fletcher.
And I really, it sucks that Adam Cole got injured too, because I think that Adam Cole Tom Lawler match.
He didn't get injured. He had the shits.
Really? I thought he was injured.
No, he had an illness.
An illness, basically. So the shits were probably a contributor somewhere.
Oh. Well, I mean, it could be COVID too. You never know.
Well, look at the bright side. Tom Lawler.
No, you're right. You never know.
Look at the bright side. Tom Lawler got to fight Serpentico in a dark
match. I feel
match.
bad for Tom Lawler having to deal with that.
Yeah.
Guys think
especially being
on pay-per-view, Adam Cole gets the shits, and suddenly he has to wrestle the shits on the pre-show. Great.
I mean, you never know. It might have been on the pre-show anyway.
Sorry,
I kind of doubt it, but
sorry, you can't wrestle Adam Cole, but you're gonna wrestle in the dark match. Oh, against who? Serpentico. I'm just gonna go home. Can I do that?
Can I just not take the payout? Can I not be on WrestleMania this year?
Corny. Is there any way I can't work WrestleMania this year?
All right, so that was our review of the AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door. Now we're going to move on to our little mini segments we have here. Nick's Fact of the Week and Shelby's Time in History. We start with the Fact of the Week, where Nick usually regales us with a story or a factoid, something that may not be commonly known to the casual wrestling fan. So, Nick, what's your Fact of the Week?
Conrad Thompson owns the original Big Gold World Heavyweight Championship. As it turns out, he paid $60,000 for it and made the deal in the parking lot of a Home Depot.
He didn't get it from Ric Flair?
Nope.
Really? That's
I was about to say, ain't he like Ric Flair's like
son-in-law?
Son-in-law? Yeah,
Ric Flair's son-in-law, but he did not get the original Big Gold from Ric Flair.
Flair probably fucking sold it to somebody.
Of a Home Depot.
He is a fucking big-time wrestling fan. If you've ever seen like any of his video feeds, like you see all kinds of shit in the background that's kind of cool.
Well, considering that he has like 14 wrestling podcasts, I would really hope that he's a wrestling fan.
I suppose you're right.
That'd be like us doing a
size
podcast.
of the guy.
That'd be like us doing a fucking podcast, but like we're like really into cooking.
I mean, I'm starting to wonder if I'm into wrestling anymore.
To be
honest
fair,
with
when
you.
the three of us are the size that we are, I'm pretty sure we are into cooking of some sort, whether it be fast food, whether it be home cooking.
I say
whether
you're
it
an
be-
honorary fat guy all the time, and you get offended, and then you come out with shit like that. What the
brother, the last time when you were saying honorary fat guy, I was like 115 pounds. As of yesterday, I was 171.5 pounds, man.
I still have over 100 pounds on you.
Put down the fucking
Still.
fork.
I'm a fat.
That is a lot. I mean,
I'm a
last time I
fat.
saw you was last summer, so that's a
Wait
lot.
a minute, so you still have 100 pounds on Nick, so I weigh less than you?
I've been weighing myself like every day, twice a day, and I'm about 290.
Wow, really?
When
didn't
I
think
was
you were
hit by
fucking
that
big.
truck, I was only 113 pounds.
Wow, I'm
Came
like,
out of the hospital at 116.
I'm at 240.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I
I've
thought
been
you
out
were-
to 240 since I was in high school.
God, you don't look that big in photos, man.
Heaviest I ever was 175 in 2010. So to be 170 now at this point, I'm like, holy shit.
I'm a tall dude too. I don't think like you're not. Are you 6 feet tall?
I'm 6'1".
Or 6'1"?
I'm
Oh,
5
okay. So you're only like a little bit shorter than me. You're only like an inch or two shorter than me. I'm like 6'2", 6'3". I think I'm 6'1".
Ew.
I'm 5'8", so I'm shorter than both of you.
I know. I've seen you.
Yeah, well, yeah, you saw me. Not only did we go to wrestling that last year, you saw me when I was at my frailest and fucking all bent out of shape after I'd been hit by a fucking truck. So,
Yeah.
fuck.
But like I said, like
Yeah.
I've seen photos of Shelby and shit. I guess the photos don't do it justice because if you would have said like, oh yeah, Shelby's about 290, 291, I've been like, bullshit. Goddamn lying to me.
It's all
That
this
is big dude,
fucking
man.
muscle here. Oh yeah.
Like him and I walking into somewhere, like people would have thought he was my bodyguard, man. 'Cause at that time, I was
That or
fucking
like
tiny.
you were his gimp.
Oh god.
All right, now let's move on to Shelby's time in history, where he gives us some events that happened either sometime in history. I can't say a day because it changes.
This is like the 4th week in a row where I'm going to tell you it's going to be for the day that the podcast comes out.
All right.
Anyways,
Get better at this.
the 4th week in a row. 1961, in a match dubbed the Match of the Century in Chicago, Illinois, Nature Boy Buddy Rogers defeated Pat O'Connor in a 2 out of 3 falls match to win the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And at the time, with a crowd of 38,000, this was considered to be the biggest record crowd until the WrestleMania era in the 1980s.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy to think, eh?
Wow.
What year was that? You said
1961, June 30th,
yeah, 1961. Yeah, that's a fucking big crowd there, man.
Great big crowd for a championship match.
June 30th, 2003, Gail Kim made her WWE debut on Raw by winning the Women's Championship in a 7-woman Battle Royal.
Yep.
She last eliminated former champion Victoria.
I'm getting visions of young Gail Kim, and I'm like, oh.
I get visions.
still
of
looks
now,
pretty
I
good
get
now.
visions of now, Gail Kim.
She
and
Yeah,
does
she
still
does.
look fucking
Yeah.
girl. Oh,
I think it's an Asian thing. They just don't age.
that chef husband of hers is a lucky man.
Yeah, Robert Irvine. Yeah.
There you go. He's Robert Irvine. You're a lucky man.
And June 30th, 2008, after being moved to Raw in the prior week's draft, CM Punk made his debut on the show by cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase to defeat Edge for the World Heavyweight title after Edge was laid out by Batista.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So now we if I can get this off. We usually do an after segment game, but earlier on my YouTube channel I put up a video for Q&A to see if anybody wanted to leave some questions and all that good stuff. So let me just get those here. So we figure we do some questions here. We haven't done Q&A in a long time. So the
Very
first
long time.
Yeah, very long time. Yeah, I figured we try it, see what we got. And we got enough to fill the segment.
Yeah.
Here we So the first one's come from a movie fan, aka Jason, and he wants
Thanks
to
for your
know,
long-time listenership, movie fan.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Who's your favorite 80s singer and why, and your favorite 80s film?
Favorite 80s singer?
Yeah, this should be right up your alley, Nick.
Yeah.
Hell, that's a hard one because there's so many. I'm going to say Daryl Hall and John Oates. Favorite 80s film, on the other hand, Back to the Future, which features Huey Lewis and the News. So, take that as you will.
I think my favorite 80s movie, I don't know, it's a tie either between The Breakfast Club and Back to the Future Part 2.
Oh.
Favorite 80s singer?
Leah Thompson and Back to the Future Part 2.
Leah Thompson, anytime
Hell yeah.
fucking 80s. Oh my God.
I hear that.
Probably my favorite 80s singer. I'm only going to say this because of what happened. I'm going to give you all this little story. In 8th grade, we once had to do like a project on, or 7th grade. I'm sorry, 7th grade. We had to do a project on like they just said do a project on a person, like pick a historical person and do it. They didn't pick any parameters. So I found this book at the library. And it was about this person from the 80s. And I'm flipping through it. And it was like, okay, they did this. I was like, you know what? I'll do this. That's cool. So presentation day comes. And one guy gets up. They're like, I chose Martin Luther King. And he did this. And he did this. Cool. All right. Awesome. Next person goes up. I chose George Washington because of this, and this. And I'm like, oh, shit. This ain't good. Next person goes up, Thomas Jefferson, because this, and this. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Here's my turn with my big-ass poster board with pictures and shit on it. I chose Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Everybody's choosing, like, presidents and shit. I'm choosing fucking Cyndi Lauper. But I guess that would be mine, I guess, Cyndi Lauper. Oh, I'm sorry. What do you think, Shelby?
80s singer. I mean, I guess it depends what you define as singer. I mean, he sang songs in the 80s, so I guess it counts. Probably got to go with Tom Waits. He's probably my favorite of all time.
Isn't that the Missing You guy?
No.
No, that's John Waite.
John Waits. Okay, my bad.
He's just really weird. And the 80s was like, the late 80s specifically and the early 90s was like his really strange era where he just like made some really weird songs that unless you're a Tom Waits fan, you'll probably never appreciate. But
he was always a strange dude.
He was, but he had eras. Like
he did though.
Yeah,
Straw Dogs was fucking wonderful. That album.
Yeah, I was thinking of oh my God, what the fuck is it called?
Old 55, also a good
Old 55's a good one, yeah. But what the fuck is that album name right now? I can't think of it. The Black Rider? Is it Black Rider?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's Black Rider. Yeah. Fucking, I haven't listened to a lot of Tom Waits lately either, so I need to get back into him. But 80s film, I'm struggling, and I was looking up 80s films just to see if there were any that I really liked. Because Smoking the Bandit. That was the 70s, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was like 79, I think, or something.
77 or 70.
Yeah, and then The Warriors is another favorite of mine, but that was 79 as well. So I'm just going to throw this one out there, because at one time it was one of my favorite movies. I don't really watch it a lot anymore, because it's so fucking long. And it's kind of stereotypical, but Scarface.
Oh. That's a good movie.
These next questions come from Tony here. And
yeah, Tony Dingle.
Yeah, but this is one of those questions that shows he doesn't really listen to the podcast, and that is thoughts on JR's AEW run. He still got it, or should he hang it up?
No, he doesn't still have it. He should hang it up. Listen to the past episodes. Damn.
Next one from Tony here. Asked this a year back, but the landscape has changed. What podcast do you listen to and like? I think the same ones, pretty much.
I actually don't. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, for me, the only other one I listen to besides the Jim Cornette Experience and the Drive-Thru, I've been listening to a lot of Dudesy with Will Sasso and Chad Kultgen. It's the first and only AI podcasts. So AI basically generates this whole script for Will Sasso and Chad Kelson to follow. They can add their own shit into it, but they've given an artificial intelligence access to everything they have digitally, whether it be messages, whether it be watch histories, purchase histories, so on and so forth. And this AI develops a script that they have to follow on this podcast, and it's actually very entertaining. Otherwise, I listen to our own podcast to fall asleep. Something about your voices are soothing to me, and I can't figure it out.
I listen to us sometimes too. I listen to this podcast called the Three-Way Dance Wrestling Podcast with Nick and Shelby and a very handsome fellow.
Oh yeah, brother.
That's the second lightest of the crew.
Yeah. I know, which fooled me. I would have thought I was the heaviest. So.
I was going somewhere with that with three-way. Oh, I don't like the way I sound on the podcast. I find it cringy. I don't know if it's my mic or what it is, but I don't like it.
No, it's not your mic or anything like that. It's because most people, when they speak on a microphone, take this from somebody who's on like radio otherwise. Most people, when they hear themselves on a microphone, regardless of other people, are like, you sound great, you should make this a career. And it's like, okay, but I sound like shit.
Yeah.
So that's common for most people when they're
I think too, like I've debated on getting a desk mic, but I just can't.
That's like the thing. If what's the best way to put this? If your profession does not really focus on a circumference of voice work, you don't need a heavy powered microphone really, as long as you can fucking speak into whatever microphone you have and it comes across as great on the fucking audio recording. It doesn't give a shit. It doesn't fucking matter what kind of microphone you have. Whereas me, because the microphone I have, I use the same kind of thing to record at home radio shows or fucking take the headset I have and go to the radio station I work at. You put the effort into it, but I will say too, coming from a radio broadcast perspective, sometimes I hate the sound of my own voice. Like I will listen to our podcast weekly. Like once the new episode comes out, I'll listen to it like 4 or 5 times before fucking Tuesday even comes around, to make sure like I have the proper like tone of voice and like tone of segments and shit like that going into the next one.
Well, you're gonna be really disappointed with this week's then.
But when it comes to like what I listen to, you know what, the past like month or so, I still listen to the Jim Cornette Experience, but it usually takes me a lot longer. Mm-hmm. Been listening to a lot of baseball shit, to be honest. I've been getting really into baseball, and like I have the MLB Network going on. I listen to all their fucking podcasts, so just different.
Next one from Tony. Best movie you have seen this year? It can be a new movie or an old movie that you watched for the first time.
Elvis.
What have I watched this year? I watched this Japanese movie this year called Tag.
Fuck. I think I saw that.
Yeah, it was really weird, but it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
I can't think of another one, so I'm honestly going to go with the one we reviewed on the podcast. Fucking, oh, goddamn it, what's it called? The dinner one. The Menu.
Oh, The Menu. Oh, yeah. That's a good one, too.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that.
You
know what, actually?
Story.
I was just about to say that, because that was just bonkers insane.
Yeah.
I watched American Sniper for the first time, like, last week. And I will say, it wasn't bad. I actually kind of enjoyed that.
Yeah, The Menu was really good. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was really good too, yeah.
Are you guys optimistic about Money in the Bank?
No.
It depends on how much influence that Vince is really going to have. Would I love to see LA Knight? Yeah. or Damian Priest win Money in the Bank? Hell yeah, I would. Do I think Logan Paul is going to win it? Yeah, I do. And
See,
that's
I
where I'm
don't.
kind of like,
I still
I'm
don't
worried
think.
about how it's going to go. That's it. I think it has the potential to be a great show, but I am worried.
Okay. Would you rather get lost at the bottom of the ocean in a sub or stuck just above the Earth's atmosphere in a space capsule? I don't know. Both of them spell fucking doom there.
And they both sound horrible, but I think I'm going to go above. Just because I think it'd be slightly less horrible.
I read this question earlier, and I got thinking about it. In space, no one can hear you scream, right? I mean, we've learned that from movies and shit. No one's going to hear you in space.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, granted, no one's going to hear you at the bottom of the ocean as well. However, if you're in a position where you have like oxygen left, you still have sonar at the bottom of the ocean, and you can communicate with the fucking surface, I think you have a better chance of getting from the bottom of the ocean to fucking air than you do of fucking making it from space back to Earth. So
Not
I
if
would say
you're-
I would rather be trapped at the bottom of the ocean.
Not
to
if
be
your
honest
shit's
with you.
bolted from the outside.
Okay, fine. Yeah, you're right. I mean, if you throw your controller out the window, yeah, that might be a different story, but the depressurization. But in a blanket scenario, I would rather be at the bottom of the ocean because I feel like the resources to save you would be greater than they would if you were in space.
I don't know. They're both fucked. And the last one from Tony here. What has been your favorite episode of this podcast so far? Episode 8.
Butter Falcon episode.
Which one was episode 8?
The Fair Enough drinking game.
Oh. What did we
I love
review?
the Peanut Butter Falcon episode.
Really, Peanut Butter Falcon? We never. We didn't. I can't remember what we reviewed on there, but I just remember we laughed a lot on that one. That's all I remember is that we did a lot of laughing on that one, so that's why it's my favorite.
I like a lot of the old school reviews, especially ones that I haven't seen before. Pay-per-views I haven't seen before. The Jesse Ventura one was very good. And some of the RP ones were fun, even if they were a bit of a mess. Like the San Francisco 49ers match was a good one.
I will say though,
Wasn't
I
it the
had
Dick
fun
Kick
on
City
every
one?
one of these.
I think so. Sorry,
Every
Nick.
one of these, I do have some fun. Yeah, I can pick out Peanut Butter Falcon as my favorite episode. Every fucking week, something else happens on these, and I'm just like, you know what? That made my fucking week. So you know what? Fuck.
All right, this next question comes from Brett, and it's actually a fucking decent question for once. I'm shocked it doesn't end in something horrible like an abortion or something. If you could be,
To your youngest.
yeah, exactly. I'm actually surprised. If you could be invisible for a day, what is the first thing you would do?
Oh.
Victoria's Secret dressing room.
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking about that earlier. I'm like, what kind of dressing room could I be in? I was the perfect Victoria's Secret dressing room. I'm down. I agree.
Yeah, fuck it. Sure. I don't know what else to say.
Or my second choice, Shelby's sister's bedroom.
Hell
Okay.
yeah. Clarice, what's up?
Yeah.
Shelby, you know if I ever come to your house, I'm going to try and fucking do whatever I can to become friends with your fucking sister. You know that, right?
I do know that.
Okay, perfect. All right. So
We've been trying to get Clarice on the show, but, you know.
No.
Come on. This next question comes from, I don't know his real name, so it comes from Gangstar Kings 5150. Would you and Shelby, I don't know which you he's referring to, but
I'm assuming it's you, but
I guess, would you and Shelby ever box each other for something like Creator Clash? I guess wrestling would be more suited though.
you know what Creator Clash is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering that I up until like 10 minutes ago I thought I was the heaviest one on the podcast. No.
You know, it's funny. I actually have been debating lately on getting into boxing, and my first thought was Creator Clash when I was thinking about it. Not to fight you, but like some other creator, so to speak.
All right,
'Cause I
what
think that's
creator
fun.
do you want to fight?
Hmm.
You have to
Well,
have one in mind.
They didn't allow Sam Hyde to fight, but he'd be like my fucking size, probably. That big Mealtime guy, what the fuck's his name?
Oh, Harley Morrison.
Yeah, he'd be probably my size too. I don't know how I do against Sam Hyde either. To be fair, I'd probably get fucking knocked the fuck out. But I'd like just picture myself doing like a Rock promo because they always interview the people. Do like a wrestling promo, like beginning before the match kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it'd be fun to find another like wrestling YouTuber too. I don't know, King Ross maybe.
I would like to box. He's a YouTuber, so it counts. I would like to box Matt Cardona.
I feel like he might beat the shit out of you. I know you probably have like at least 50, maybe 100 pounds on him, but
I just want some shots on him. Like, what's the matter, Matt Cardona? Huh? You don't have any cuss words to say now, do you? And the last two questions here come from Leo. And this question's for all three of us. What's your favorite type of donut?
Oh, hell. It's hard for me to answer this because in Canada, I have to, like, buy donuts from, like, a grocery store where I can read the ingredients or else make them myself. I'll just say a fucking old-fashioned glaze.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm a sour cream glaze guy fan. I go to Tim Hortons about every day, so.
I like a good jelly filled.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I love jelly filled. And the last question here is actually just for Shelby here, and that is: does Shubs hate all non-technical wrestling?
No. There's a lot of Attitude Era stuff, especially like Mick Foley and The Rock, or Mankind and The Rock, I guess.
Yeah.
In that fucking I Quit match that is just fucking amazing.
That you gave 5 stars to, but you gave Ronda Rousey and Charlotte 1.
I did.
Fucking tool.
Rock and Austin, I mean, they're not really technical wrestling. A lot of the modern day shit, I can't do.
Apparent from tonight's review.
Very, very true. Very true. We'll probably see that coming up on Money in the Bank too.
Oh God! If a ladder breaks, I'm just gonna stop watching. It's like I don't feel like having the argument with you. Yeah. All right, so that was all the questions. We haven't brought back Q&A in a while, so that was fun. So now we're gonna move on to our vintage picks of the week. This is where we usually tell you guys to watch a match, a show, a segment, a promo, something that we think that you should seek out and watch and check out. So, Nick, what's your vintage pick of the week?
Going all the way back to November 3rd, 1983, from Houston, Texas, it was a dog collar match between Junkyard Dog and Butch Reed.
Oh, damn. This is going to be proof that I don't hate all non-technical wrestling. Wrestle Kingdom 13 Intercontinental Championship. Chris Jericho versus Tetsuya Naito. Specifically for Jericho just yelling, Naito! Naito! Like the whole match. It was fucking hilarious.
Mine actually comes from an episode of Raw, February 7th, 2000. 10-man tag match. DX of Triple H and X-Pac teaming with Perry Saturn, Dean Malenko, and Chris Benoit to take on Too Cool, Cactus Jack, and The Rock. It's not the best technical sound match, but the crowd really, really hypes this match up.
That's when Kane comes out too, right?
Yep.
That's honestly the best part of that whole fucking match because they go insane when Kane comes. They go insane.
I mean, they
when
go
Paul
insane
Bearer
the whole
goes out.
match.
Yeah.
I mean, Grandmaster Sexy drops the leg drop. They go nuts. You know, fucking Perry Saturn hits a super kick. They boo. I mean, just the crowd reaction alone. Like I said, it's not a 5-star match, but the crowd makes you believe that, like, this is the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know? I remember watching it on TV when it first happened. And I was like, this is insane, man. you know, and then watching it years later, you know, where I can actually watch the match, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, it's not the most technical sounding match. Not a lot of arm bars happening here, you know, but it's a fun little match, and the crowd, you know, like I said, if they didn't have the Raw branding, if you just listen to the crowd, you would think like, is this a main event of WrestleMania? They make you believe it is, and it's fantastic.
Right.
Yeah. All right. There's the bell, so we know what that means. That signifies the end of the three-way Dance Wrestling podcast. Next week will be a little different because I will be live via YouTube, and you will be hearing Nick and Shelby. We will still be recording for our platforms, Amazon, Apple, and Spotify podcast. But the only difference is that we'll also be simulcasting it live, so you can come and listen/watch the podcast as it's being recorded. Maybe we'll do a live Q&A if there's a demand for it. So that will be our big live episode that people have been wanting for some reason. I don't know why. For Money in the Bank 2023. So be prepared for that. So maybe we'll do something special for that. I don't know. Like a special game or something. We'll figure it out. So yeah. So until next time, for Shelby and Nick, I am yours, Version 1. And remember, be breezy.